Iron Talk is brought to you by Case IH.
What are farmers doing to feed the planet? They're using Quadtrek technology, soil management, and planting systems from Case IH to foster a better growing environment that maximizes yield potential. Visit caseih.com to be ready.
There was sure a lot of drainage tile work getting done this fall in many farms across the country, and it continues where weather permits. One of the big areas farmers were addressing drainage problems was in small areas out in their fields. I'll explain in today's Iron Talk. Owning your own tile plow is pretty handy sometimes, especially when you have some problem areas in your fields. Fixing iron deficiency chlorosis, or IDC, spots in fields or alkali areas is a great example. When you have an area where water sits on the soil surface for a few days extra after rain, you could be setting yourself up for a buildup of salts and nitrates, as well as a high and rising soil pH. In most cases, improving the drainage will solve the problem for the long term. However, how close should you put the tile spacings? What many farmers are finding is that the soil is a little heavy in those areas of the field. That's a good thing for crop production potential, but it requires drain tile lines to be placed much closer together to be effective. Farmers with 100-foot tile spacings are narrowing them up to 50 or even 25 feet. In the IDC or alkali areas, we see many farmers having great success taking these small areas of the field and putting tile in at every 10 to 15 feet and keeping them shallow at only 2.5 to 3 feet deep. This allows the slow draining problem areas to drain as fast as the rest of the field and flush out the salts, bringing your soil pH back into the ideal range over time. Try this approach on a few small areas on your farm. I'm confident you'll like the difference it can make. That's all for today's Iron Talk, and now back to the show.